I've been making videos on YouTube since 2005. 2005, when it first came into existence. And in 2005, Kanye West was out here doing his thing. One of the largest artists in the world. And he was signed with Rockefeller at the time, with Jay-Z. And one thing that was strange about Kanye West that was different is that he didn't need Jay-Z to sell him. People loved Kanye for Kanye West. He didn't need Jay-Z to be on the records in order for the records to be accepted by the rest of the public in the world. And he basically did almost Jay-Z's career at Rockefeller with one album, The College Dropout. By 2005, it went into a big budget behind Kanye West, a huge push, big elaborate videos, which kind of put him in a hole. And the second album didn't quite do what it should have done, even though it did quite well. Didn't quite do what The College Dropout did. But Kanye West was more of a breakout international star than Jay-Z ever was at the time. Now, a lot of people have brought up some interesting questions. They clicked the link in the description box, they made a donation, and they asked a question, which you guys could all do even now. I was looking at some of the donations people had made and went there to answer some questions, and then I saw a question and I said, it's quite interesting. Somebody said, would Kanye been better off if he was signed with Diddy? And that's a very interesting question, because you got to think of where Bad Boy was at in 2005, and Bad Boy was going through a transition during the 2000s. They were trying to find new sound, new wave of taking the street sound and making it dance, which was more up Kanye West's alley of music. But as far as understanding Kanye and knowing how his mind would never be comfortable in one position like Jay is comfortable in being in one spot, in one position for as long as humanly possible. Then when it's time to reposition himself, he's very good at doing so. He'll pick up and say, this is where the movement and this is where the wave is going. Let me go in this direction. No hesitation about it whatsoever. If the wave is going there, he's going to ride the wave. He's not going to go against the grain. And Kanye is a go against the grain at all times type of individual. His artistic value of being creative is only satisfied when he can do something new. So when that's not satisfied and people's like, yo, why don't you go back to doing that old stuff? That's like hell for them. And people don't understand that process, but Puffy would, because Puffy understands artists. And those two vibe very well together. From fashion, Puffy and Kanye West said that can talk about fashion. Jay is not the fashion guy. He's not somebody who's going to sit there and talk about fashion. Puff was the one that was there with him when they got to GQ magazines and all those different shoots and parties and talking to the right people. Puff was the one that really pushed all that. So to see them together it make you go, wow, what would have happened? Could that have been his new Mace? What would have been? Then, rumor has it that it was almost a deal where in place after there was some problems the first time around about Jay when he did the Volume 3 album. I mean the Blueprint 3 album. And they had a big fight backstage about who was going on, who was going to close the show last and who was going to do this. And Jay thought he should close the show. And Kanye's like, it's my tour, my concert. Your DOA is not finna close the show. It's my shot. It's my time. You can come out and do DOA, but then I'm going to come out and do the last song. So they argued and fought about that. And it's been a number of times these incidents have happened, and it involved Kanye West. Now, as far as Diddy has his thing too. He's another artist, just like Kanye, very passionate. They've had outbursts, Puffy, kettlebell work. He's done a lot of these things, but they also recognize the creativity where others would probably put shackles on Kanye's dreams of wanting to create. Puffy would basically give him the okay and be like, finally, somebody understands what I'm talking about with the shiny suits. So, I mean, the Locks probably feel better now that they got out of the shiny suits, but when they made their most money, or they had stuff really going for them and they was blowing up, they were rocking shiny suits. It was just that time and era. They was still kicking hard lyrics. The lyrics didn't go nowhere. It's just that, look, they from Yonkers and they got to go back to Yonkers, and it's just another world. And Puff just like, man, these dudes don't want to be stars. I don't understand it. And that's just the language. Some places it's just different. They care about what they homeboys think on the block, and they don't see that this is entertainment. So it is what it is. And I think that was 2009. Puffy ended up almost working with Kanye, exclusively behind this whole situation. But anyway, things got resolved, and I just think that would be a very interesting look. I would have loved to see how that would have worked out. I think it would have been another, Puffy and Mace situation, but there would have been more creative videos, more creativity involved, fashion. He'd have been more comfortable, I think, around Diddy. So, anyway, on that note, I'm out.